Hello, everyone, and welcome to November's Demo Jam. Today, we've got an exciting list of apps ready for you from the admin segments. But before we do that, I'm joined by my famous co-host and runner of all things AppExchange Demo Jams. Been doing this for a while, Amanda Nelson. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really excited. Another great Demo Jam and this beautiful fall day. How are you doing, Joshua?
I'm great. This is going to be amazing. We've got about 7 apps lined up, and we always invite folks to be able to follow along with us on Twitter using hashtag @DemoJam. Today, we've got a wonderful lineup of participants. We've got Form Assembly, Own Backup, Demand Tools, Rollup Helper, Code Science, Data Groomer, and Flowsome. And today, we're sending Mr. Jeff Gross of Wave. He's not here to join us. However, Amanda and I are holding the fort down. And so we're going to get through these 7 demos, keep the energy high, and we're really excited to be here. Amanda, what about the rules?
We can't have a Demo Jam without some rules. So all the demos you're going to see today are 3 minutes or less. That's right. No more than 3 minutes. They're super quick. They're also live. There are no slides, nothing pre-recorded. So everything you see today is live, and there will be one winner chosen by you, the audience, today via a Zoom poll, which will launch as soon as the demos are done. We will award that winner and we'll have some fun. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am ready. Let's get into it. So first up, we've got Data Groomer. According to a recent study, 77% of companies believe that they lose revenue because of inaccurate and duplicate contact data. Data Groomer uses machine learning to solve problems quickly and easily. There's no setup, configuration, or maintenance. Just log into your Salesforce org and Data Groomer identifies and eliminates duplicates in seconds. Steve, if you can do that in seconds, you've got plenty of time to answer your question. Steve, are you out there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Let's go ahead and get you presenter rights, and then you'll be off to the races. So you can go ahead and share your screen.
All right, give me 1 second. Can you see my screen?
Can I see your screen? I can see your screen. Your 3 minutes starts now. Over to you. Good luck.
Great, thank you. Hi, Kellyanne. Can we see you too or no?
Hi, Steve. Here at Data Groomer, you know we're always ready to groom some data. Can I start with the trim on you?
Wow, Kellyanne, I am not ready for a haircut. I think we're here for a data groom demo. Let me just get into that real quick. So as we said in the intro, there's a lot of people that have problems with duplicates in Salesforce, and Data Groomer is the fastest way to help you dedupe that information for you. So the first time you log into Data Groomer, our machine learning algorithms automatically will check your leads, contacts, and accounts and show you exactly how many duplicates you have there. So once you have those duplicates, you can go ahead and start merging them. So let me start with contacts. As you can see, we have put all your duplicates into these match groups, and each match group has a match confidence, which shows you exactly how sure we are that those items in there are duplicates. We also show you how many records you have. Now, there's a few ways you can deduplicate. The easiest way is to manually duplicate. You can preview the records, press the review button, and we'll show you those records side by side. All you need to dedupe them is to press the merge button. But before you do that, we also allow you to edit these match groups for you. So for example, we've picked a record for you that will actually be the one that be retained. If you don't like the one we picked, you can click on a different one and it will be selected for you. You can also change data from other records, and you can edit the data automatically inside the specific fields. When you're ready, just press the merge button and Data Groomer will begin merging the record for you. And while it's merging, you'll be moved to the very next one. As you can see, this one has been completed, but wait a minute, I made a mistake. I didn't mean to do that. We have this handy undo button, press that, and Data Groomer will restore that data for you. So if you made a mistake, no problem. Now that's easy if you have only a few duplicate groups, but what if you have thousands like we have in leads? Well, for that case, we have the mass merge option. So with match merge, you select the match confidence, the minimum match confidence. Everything above that match confidence will be merged automatically. So you basically do that. You can select different rules for picking a master record or the surviving record and how to populate it. Press merge all, and Data Groomer does it all for you. There's no individual deduping at all. If you really need to do this completely automated, we have a scheduler module. The scheduler module lets you add jobs, including the mass merge jobs. So you can schedule it, have it run every week, every day, and it will
30 seconds
automatically
remaining.
do everything for you. So in addition to that, you can also upload CSV spreadsheets into Data Groomer. We'll use exactly the same machine learning algorithm to dedupe those as well. We have a full 14-day trial online. Just log in and you'll see how many dupes you have. There's no complications at all. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Eric. It's great to see what Data Groomer has in store for the Salesforce administrator, definitely removing a lot of the headache and detecting duplicates and keeping the data maintained. So that is awesome. I love the fact that you have the threshold around the confidence score so that you let the user be able to show like how confident they are in making that merge. Also, like a handy dandy, undo button never hurt anyone for heavy clickers. You've really been able to think about the whole entire data strategy here in terms of the collection and grooming. I love the trimmer, and I need to see the blusher. And the scheduler is just icing on the cake. So thanks a lot for that great demo. Amanda, what questions out there do we have for Eric and Data Groomer?
Yes,
Steve and Data Groomer.
Yeah, the questions are already piling in, so definitely ask your questions here. We'll try to get them answered. The first question that popped up is, can you map data across the records within the duplicate group? So if the address on the non-retained record is better to move it to the retained. Does that make sense?
Yes, you can create. So we have something called merge rules, which amongst other things, it will allows you to do that so you can specify a rule. They're really graphical, easy to make, and you can create a rule that says, if this data is like this, then move it to this field during the merge. So, and you can create rules to do just about anything you'd like.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Steve. Really appreciate your great demo. Off to the next one. All right. Next up, yeah, no problem. Next up, we've got CodeScan. CodeScan empowers DevOps teams to ensure code quality and security on the Salesforce platform. Through their static code analysis technology, CodeScan equips development teams with tools to write higher quality code, gain complete visibility into project deployment, and help reduce and maintain technical debt. Today with us, we've got Eric, who's going to show us how to do that all in 3 minutes or less. Eric, are you out there?
I'm here, but my video is has been turned off. Can somebody unlock that for me? It says it's been locked. Thank you. Nope. Okay, can you guys see?
Yeah, we can. And let's go ahead and get your screen up. Make sure you have your screen up.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, we can see your screen. We've got Apex code. It's lovely. Your 3 minutes starts now. Over to you, Eric. Good luck.
Thank you, everyone. Inspect, detect, protect. These 3 words summarize our CodeScan demo today about code quality and code security. Did you know that Verizon recently reported there are 3,950 different ways to breach application security? Profiles, permission sets, and Apex classes are very powerful, but all provide an avenue for the accidental granting of permissions to unauthorized users. Avoiding these issues while coding is difficult. CodeScan has built-in rules to catch these issues for you. It's super easy to set up and super powerful. Inspect, detect, and protect with CodeScan, and let's begin the demo. Today, I'm going to play the role of a developer working on an application where it can use Salesforce-powered bots to search for houses, check for price changes, and schedule appointments, which is pretty awesome. But I'm going to be using a very common coding practice called cut and paste. And in fact, I'm going to go into my Apex class here, and I'm going to paste in my select statement. What I didn't know is I inadvertently caused a few unintended security issues. CodeScan will notify me of these issues once it's inspected. So as soon as I hit this save button, then my CodeScan application will begin running. It will inspect my code. It will detect if any issues have arisen, and it will flag me in an interactive scorecard. Here you see me logged into CodeScan, and it's shown me that I actually have two identified issues in mind. One is a minor issue associated with coding syntax, but the other one is a security vulnerability. So I'm gonna drill in and see what this is about. It's gonna tell me that I don't have permissions set up correctly. I can check in, and it's gonna drill me back directly into that code that we just looked at in Salesforce directly, and it shows me where the issue lies. And I can even ask CodeScan, why is this an issue? And it's gonna remind me that I'm about to execute a DML operation without setting my access permissions correctly. Furthermore, it tells me how to remedy the situation. It tells me I should put in a with security enforced rule. So what we'll do is we'll go back into our code. We'll open this up and we'll go back to our select statement. And now we'll add this piece in. So we'll say with security enforced. Spell check, save. Once again, as soon as we hit save, CodeScan will begin to inspect my code, detect any issues, and bring it up for me. We rerun, our security vulnerability is gone. I still have my one syntax error, and I can go in. So purposely built for Salesforce, CodeScan scans Apex, Aura, Visualforce pages, Lightning Web Components, and metadata. When issues are identified, they are flagged, scored, and reported. And pass-fail gates can be put in place to block deployments from lower orgs to higher orgs.
30 seconds remaining.
Inspect, detect, and protect with CodeScan. Thank you very much.
Awesome, great. You did it in less than 3 minutes. You just had 20 seconds to.
Nice. I can't see myself though.
Oh, well,
Sorry.
that was a great
That was
demo.
amazing. Yes, that was amazing. Thank you so much. You actually got done with 20 seconds to spare. So that was awesome. You know, DevOps is near and dear to my heart, being a developer. And, you know, I think that as Salesforce continues to allow developers to continue to innovate. And when you innovate, you always have to keep trust and security in mind. And it's just really awesome to have tools like this available on the AppExchange to be able to let the developer focus on the innovation, but not only identify proactively tools for security concerns and areas in the code that could be improved, but also showing a developer how to do that and where to do that is very important. So all of those things are a great tool for any developer or admin that's doing some tweaking in some code and some Apex triggers to have in their back pocket. So thanks a lot for sharing that. Eric, yes. Amanda, what questions out there do we have from the audience for CodeScan?
Yes, great demo, thank you. The questions are coming in quick, this is great. So the question is, does this ensure the Salesforce security review pass?
Meaning, can I get further clarification?
Sure, we can ask for that.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I can add a little bit more. So basically, when you develop a Salesforce custom development, you can have unmanaged packages and you can also have managed packages. And so there's also a code scanner of a product utility that has to do with scanning for AppExchange packages. And there's a whole security review process that's done by the AppExchange security team. And I think the question is how do those tools compare? Are they the same? And will this tool help a company in getting ready to to go through that process?
Yeah, that's a great question. So there's really three aspects when you think about code altogether. There's sort of your regular flatline code is what kind of what I showed today, which exists in your Apex class, etc. Then there's code that exists in either managed packages, unmanaged packages, unprotected packages, all those as well. And then sort of the third piece on top of it is your point and click analysis. So today, CodeScan is very focused on sort of the primary use case around your typical static code, but our development efforts are in the point and click area. So we've developed a lot of additional rules now for Salesforce metadata for that point and click development. And our next advancement is around managed packages and unmanaged packages as well. So that's where we're heading.
Got you. And as always, it's good to point out that these rules are ever changing. There's always new releases that you have to identify. You have more features, more things to be able to check. And you can never have too many tools checking your code. So Salesforce will always continue to do a review, but it doesn't hurt to have an application like yours to sort of identify those early and often. Cool. Thanks a lot, Eric. Very, very nice demo. Okay, we are off to the next person. So the next Demo Jam contestant is Flowsome. Flowsome is an end-to-end secure DevOps data management and data protection platform built 100% natively to Salesforce. Flowsome's mission is to enable IT leaders to manage the Salesforce cloud with confidence and empower developers to innovate. Enterprises around the world use the company's platform to accelerate digital transformations by making releases And it's processed fast and easy, and to increase developer productivity and remain secure and compliant. With us today, we've got Jason, who's just going to do that in, again, you guessed it, 3 minutes or less. Jason, are you out there?
Yep.
All right, we can see your screen. Your voice is great. Your 3 minutes starts now. Over to you. Good luck.
All right. So before we hop into the demo, I do want to paint a picture of the firsthand pain points admins can experience during the deployment process. So with that being said, let's hop into it. So yet again, another failed validation.
Hey, Jason, I just wanted to reach out and find out how those requirements are coming along. Users are expecting to see this by the end of today. So you also know every hour you're working on this is just costing us. So where are we at right now?
Yep, Haley, there's no ETA on when this is going to be resolved. I fix one error message and another one pops up. I've tried this at least 15 times and it keeps happening. When will this end? Could be 2 hours, could be 2 days. Who knows? All right, so enough of the subpar acting. Let's get into it. If you're a Salesforce admin, you know firsthand how painful some Salesforce deployments can be. And one of those biggest pains are dependencies. Salesforce has its quirks, and one of the biggest quirks is when you get dependency related errors, you get them one at a time. What do admins do? Go back in the sandbox, try and resolve them, rinse and repeat. If you have 2 dependencies, 20 minutes. If you have 200, 2 days maybe. You can do the math on that. How Flowsome fills this gap is with one tool in particular, and that's going to be Deployment Analyzer. Deployment Analyzer is going to be a phenomenal tool at one, catching those dependencies before deployment and resolving a variety of errors. So if I were to click this button here we can see if I were to take this to integrated dev, this deployment would have failed actually 118 times before I got a successful validation. So we only have 3 minutes here, so I don't want to dive into every single one of these components. Let's dive into the biggest headache, profiles. So if I expand here and I'm an admin going through here, I'm thinking, you know, it looks like I'm missing all these Apex classes. I've got some custom tabs, layouts, custom fields. Rather than me going back in the raw XML and removing those unwanted dependencies, with Flowsome, it's really a 2-click process. If you know you don't need them, check this box and we can remove all these unwanted dependencies from the profile XML within the branch, saving you significant amount of time. Now, the second use case, what if you actually do need these dependencies? As the admin, you're thinking, I just honestly forgot about these Apex classes. Rather than you going back in the sandbox and restarting the process, Flowsome can automatically retrieve all of these missing dependencies for you. All you need to do, select the source org where you want to pull them from and simply click Get Components. And this is not just limited to missing dependencies. Those seasonal Salesforce releases where API versions can be off, we can automatically fix that for you. Flow definitions, we can update that for you as well. So using Flowsome, Deployment Analyzer can greatly increase your code quality while also ensuring that deployment velocity you desire. Best part about it, this is 100% contained within the Salesforce system, so your data is not being extracted and analyzed. So if security is top of mind, Flowsome should be the solution of choice.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So 3 minutes right on the dot. There's just so much that resonated here, and to all the developers that are joining today. I think you hit the nail on the head in terms of being able to identify developers, or an admin's worst enemy during a time crunch and getting a release out the door. You have the release API changes. You will also have the fields, the permissions, all of that jazz. And just to be able to have one screen where you can go to and remove and add those dependencies without having to go back into repo, check out, and commit and all this other kind of activity. You've simplified it in one screen, and that is a dream come true. So thank you to you and your team for delivering awesome features that are increasing developer productivity. Amanda, what questions out there do we have for Jason at Flowsome?
Yes, I like this question. The question is, what is the largest number of dependency failures you've seen from a customer?
Yep. So this actually came from one of our customer success managers. Largest missing dependencies was 369. The customer estimated it would have taken them probably 11 hours to manually resolve all these dependencies. Deployment Analyzer can catch up to 500 missing dependencies at a time. So they ran this, were able to successfully resolve all those dependencies and deploy within under 15 minutes. So pretty cool use case for it.
Wow, that's great. Talk about time savings on the AppExchange. Best currency yet going. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. So next up, we've got form assembly. So form assembly helps organizations take control of data collection processes. With a powerful web form platform, companies can streamline outdated processes and drive essential business initiatives in any industry. The platform integrates seamlessly with Salesforce to increase efficiency organization-wide, and their advanced security and compliance standards instill confidence and peace of mind. Today, we've got Seychelle with us, who's going to show us how to do that. You guessed it. 3 minutes or less. Seychelle, you out there?
Thanks, Joshua. Hi, everyone.
No problem.
So for companies of all industries and sizes, form assembly can help automate repetitive work so that your time can be devoted to more meaningful activities. Today, we want to show you how simple it is to build a form that seamlessly integrates data into Salesforce. We are going to create a simple event registration form. We will need to collect basic information from our applicants, such as their full name, email address, and contact info. We've saved the blocks of information we want to collect to the predefined content library so that we can easily add the entirety of this information with one click. To ensure data is clean and consistent, we're going to add a validation feature on the applicant's email address. As you can see, you can do this across several other fields as well, such as dates or phone numbers, to ensure consistent formatting from your registrants. Next, we can easily customize the theme of our form and complete actions such as including a logo, changing the font, and updating colors to match branding standards. Once we have the theme finalized, we can even save it for easy application for future forms. We've included a dynamic pick list, a live lookup into our Salesforce data, which creates a pick list based on lookup conditions. And if the registrant would like to volunteer at the event, they can select the included checkbox. Now that we have the front end arranged how we'd like it, we'll show you the simplicity of the Salesforce Connector. You can see we've mapped each field to its standard or custom object in Salesforce, and the records will automatically be created or updated once the form is submitted. In addition, if the registrant checks they would like to volunteer, a task will be created in Salesforce and assigned to the contact owner. So beyond the Salesforce Connector, admins can connect to Google Sheets, payment connectors, marketing tools, and more. You can also set up auto response emails to the registrant or form owner. Now that we've built out our form, let's see it in action. We're going to fill in the form with our registrant details. You can see that the dynamic pick list is pulling in event campaigns directly from Salesforce. Because Form Assembly has a two-way integration connection with Salesforce, we're able to both pull data into forms, like with the pre-filled text here, or push data into Salesforce. Lastly, we've asked the registrant to sign the included waiver to solidify participation in the event. And once we hit submit, our form will send the data over to Salesforce. In Salesforce, we can see that the registrant was created and added to the event campaign, and a task was created to follow up on the volunteer request. So Form Assembly helps organizations streamline data collection processes and removes burden from overloaded teams. You can check out our free trial today by visiting formassembly.com.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Great demo there. You know, everyone loves a drag and drop user interface in order to be able to quickly and easily define how forms. You know, forms are interesting. You know, as a developer, when you have to develop forms, you always have to, you know, write the code and then preview, write the code and preview. And that drag and drop interface allows people to do it just like that, really. And then you also have the design decision to worry about is, you know, how do you actually list out the drop downs, and if there's another drop down that needs to be introduced, how do you make sure that that's dynamic? And so being able to not only dynamically define the pick list based upon criteria, but furthermore, after the form of submission, you can even define what tasks are created and what actions are doing, and all those integration and connections are just value adds to be able to do everything in one place. And so I think you're really streamlining not only the end user's ability to quickly submit a form that's meaningful and get through it in an intuitive fashion, but the time savings from the admins is just really, really great here. So thanks so much for sharing, really appreciate it. Amanda, what questions out there do we have out there for Form Assembly?
Yeah, great demo. As a marketer, always looking to create event forms, so it's always good to see. The question is there a way to trigger other forms or tasks after data is submitted through a Salesforce connected form assembly form?
Great question. So yes, there is. Form assembly workflow, which is our newest product development, is going to provide a visual way to map out the flow of data. So from forms to people to other forms and connected systems like Salesforce. So workflow is designed to help kind of streamline and automate those processes that require data to be collected from multiple different parties, different forms, and over multiple days. So with this visual workflow builder, users can design processes, eliminate data silos and speed up that tedious data collection for simple to complex use cases.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much for that demo. Best of luck. And we're on to the next. But before we hop on to our next Demo Jam contestant, I have to remind everyone that's here today, please stay tuned because you got to vote. We have 3 more Demo Jams before you all have the opportunity to figure out who will actually win the trophy today. So stay tuned, stay engaged, and vote for the best demo participant yet for today's admin apps. Next up, we've got Rollup Helper. With Rollup Helper, you can roll up any information with clicks, not code. This app overcomes various limitations of the Salesforce rollup summary fields. With Rollup Helper, you can use lookup relationships to cross-object and hierarchy rollups, and it even supports advanced currency management. What a sexy feature. And today we have Katie, who's going to show us how to do that in 3 minutes or less. Katie, you out there?
Hey, can you see me?
We can see you, and I can also see your screen. So that means it's Demo Jam time for you. Your 3 minutes starts now. Good luck.
Thanks. Hey, everyone. So the use case I want to go over today is rolling up a primary contact up to an account. So I previously created this primary contact field, which is actually a lookup field. So normally, if you wanted to do a roll up with a lookup field, you would have to do something like a formula field or maybe process builder, but we're going to do it with Rollup Helper. So to create our rollup, I'm going to go to the Rollup Helper homepage and click Create a New Rollup. The first step is to choose the object you want your rollup result to reside. That's going to be on the account. And then you choose or create the field you want your results at. So that's going to be that primary contact field I already created. And in step 3, the object, that's the source of the rollup. So that's going to be contact. And then down here, you can say what kind of rollup you want to do. Now, right now, my only option is text, but this could be something like sum, min, max, average, count, unique count, even something like a checkbox rollup. And we're going to use the contact ID as our source. Now I'm actually able to add custom filters to our rollup. So I have a primary contact filter already created, but I'm going to hit edit so you can kind of see it behind the scenes here a little bit. You can limit the number of results that come up in your rollup. If you have more than one result, you can define a sort order. And then down here, you can actually build out your filter criteria without SOQL knowledge. But obviously that's going to depend on your company needs, how that needs to be defined. So I'm going to save this. And then really the only thing left I have to do to make this rollup is give it a name. And there's some advanced settings that you can go through as well. So I'm going to save and run this rollup. And it shows you how long it should take to complete. And you could even add a parent filter at this step. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. While this is running in the background, I just want to let you know that you can run rollups in real time, manually, or on a schedule. And we have a free version of Rollup Helper where you get 3 rollup settings for free. And then we also have a premium edition where you get unlimited rollup settings. So real quick, this is our all rollups page. So all your rollups are in one spot. And then hopefully if we've given this enough time and we go back to our account, we see that the primary contact is filled in. So hopefully this was helpful and check us out on the AppExchange.
Thank you so much. That was a quick and fast demo, but so important. Roll-up summaries and roll-up data just provide another level of ease for reporting, especially when you're talking about n number of records that sit below. We call these child records, or records that might be in the related list. Sometimes it's not very easy for a user to navigate through them, and sometimes it's really important to have aggregate totals, but not only aggregate totals of total, but aggregate totals of just a specific criteria or a specific segment of records, like one opportunities and things like that. So being able to do that to overcome some limitations of the platform is absolutely a great use case for an app like yours on the AppExchange. So thank you so much for showing us how to do that today. Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Katie?
Oh yeah, and some of these demos, like it's easy, so it's short because it makes life easier, and that's great. I remember we had undo button come on once, and the demo was literally 10 seconds. It was like, you want to undo that? There, and we're like, okay, you have 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So great job. The question is, why would you use Rollup Helper instead of Flows or Process Builder?
Sure. So, a lot of smaller companies or nonprofits, they might not have a lot of resources on their team, so they don't necessarily have a developer on hand that can do these things, or an admin with the tool sets or the skill sets to do this. So this is obviously a no-code way to create rollups really quickly, but not only can you make them easier, it's also easier to update in the future. Like I showed kind of before, the all rollups page, all your rollups are in one place. You don't have to go look at all your flows and process builders to figure out what's happening. So when new admins come to your team, they can figure out what's happening in your org right away. And ultimately, the time that you're saving as an admin creating these rollups so quickly, you can focus on much bigger business objectives that are just more important.
Absolutely, and I don't know any organization that doesn't want to do that, especially in this season that we're in right now. Thanks a lot for the demo, Katie. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
All right, stay tuned. We got one more demo jam left, and that actually two more. Sorry about that. So I stand corrected. Two more, and then you get to vote. So next up, we have Own Backup. Own Backup is a leading cloud data protection platform for Salesforce, proactively protecting you from losing data to mission-critical SaaS data so that you never have to worry about data loss disrupting your business or your life. Offering a comprehensive backup, visual compare, recovery, and archiving capabilities, the scary person here, Own Backup protects critical cloud data for more than 4,000 businesses worldwide and is ranked top backup and restore ISV on the Salesforce AppExchange with over 400 5-star reviews and counting. Sounds like we're going to hear about a real life scenario from the front man. Over to you, Jerry.
Jerry had to step out. Joshua, this is the front man. You can start the clock when ready.
Start it. Over to you.
All right. Oh, hang on. Yeah. No, I'm busy right now. Demo jam. Joshua, Amanda, the whole thing. Player 5 is escaped. What? Hang on. Let me go into Salesforce. I'll pull up the data so we can investigate. Oh, player 5 info is missing. Looks like we may have an inside job. I'll deal with that later. Just wait for further instructions. Luckily, I have Own Backup. I'm gonna go here and look into the org and look at the visual graph. This is a great way to see changes in the data. This works for custom or standard objects. I'm gonna go in here and look for this player object.
Can you show your screen, front man?
Oh, hang on 1 second.
Front man is gonna show his screen.
Yep, can you see it now?
We can see it. Over to you.
All right, yes. So player 5, oh, info is missing. Let's go into Salesforce. Let's be able to find that. Go in here to the visual graph. This is a great way to see changes in your data. This works for custom or standard objects. So here I can see that a player record was deleted. I'm gonna click in here. I'm gonna go into the backup. And then once I go into the backup, I'm gonna search for that deleting record that was missing and kick off a restore job from here. Once I get a preview, this all looks good, I'm gonna go ahead and kick this job off. All right. Oh, hang on. Hello. Yes, happy to hear you enjoying the game. Yes, we're looking forward to your arrival. We had some minor issues here, but yeah, we're handling it. Yeah, our COVID protocols in place. Yeah, this is a game to the death, but yes, COVID protocols are in place. Yeah, I have your mask. You do know they don't meet the COVID protocols, right? Okay, yeah. No, the host won't be here, but everything will be prepared for your arrival. Okay, thanks, bye. All right, luckily this job is done. Let me go over here to Salesforce, refresh my screen. Yes, here's player 5 record, Rich Klein. Hey, yeah, I have player 5's data. So Rich Klein, I'm gonna text you the info now. All right, by the way, who was patrolling the dorms when player 5 escaped? 28 and 29? Okay, put them in the next red light, green light game and put them on skates. All right, that was on backup. This is the best platform to be able to identify and restore your data loss and data that is corrupted as well. See us on the AppExchange. Thanks.
Thanks a lot, Frontman. What a great demo. It is surprisingly very easy sometimes to accidentally click the demo button or to accidentally delete a parent record, it deletes up a children record. And there's always going to be a need for an ISV like you on the AppExchange to quickly be able to recover from those types of scenarios. And so being able to see your user interface of the years evolve to where it's so intuitive to be able to click around and identify what exactly needs to be deleted, who deleted it, and how to quickly recover it. So I appreciate your demo and also your cool skit today. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Amanda, what questions do we have out there for backup?
I don't know. Squid Games freaked me out. So, I was pretty freaked that whole time, but I love the Squid Games org with the avatar and everything with the triangles and square. It's so creepy. But if you haven't seen it, you should definitely watch it. I thought it was really good.
Sure.
All right. So questions are coming in. Let's see here. Question is, what real life scenarios are the most common causes of Salesforce data loss?
Yeah, actually the most common is human error, right? So you fat finger, you meant to put in the city and you put in the state, or you meant to update a record or you end up deleting it. So that's the most, that's about 49% of the errors. And then you have various other errors as well. So you can have bad code, you can have integration errors, migration errors, and then also what I just showed you in this demo, you can have malicious intent as well. That's actually 7% of the cause of data loss or corruption.
Wow, that's a great stat. We shall be mindful of that. Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. Really appreciate it. Best of luck. All right, one more demo jam contestant, everyone. Stay tuned, and you're going to get your magic time to be able to show your support for the one person who's going to get the winner to the admin app demo jam trophy for, that's what I was like for, a trophy for November 2021. Next up, we have Demand Tools. Demand Tools is a secure data platform that ensures your data remains your most valuable asset. It is versatile and adaptable, handling everything from deduplication to mass modification to lead conversions and data migrations. Demand Tools enables you to manage your data in minutes, not months, so you consistently have report-ready data you can trust to market, sell, and support more effectively. With us today, we've got Alex, who's going to show us how to do that. And no more, sir. No more than 3 minutes. Alex, are you out there?
I'm here, and 3 minutes is all we need.
Perfect. I can hear you. Great. I can see your screen. So the 3 minutes is yours, my man. Good luck.
All right. Yo, DJ, spin that track. Woke up quick at about noon. Just thought that it's time to manage data soon. I gotta dedupe and standardize so our sales forecast can be realized. But hold up, yo, I've got to find what the issue is and prioritize. So I ran Demand tools assess to find out what the problem is. Standard objects, as you can see. Don't forget about them opportunities. We got dupes and missing engagement points. Man, how we gonna sell without decision support? So what's the deal? We know the sitch. It's time to figure out just how to fix. We got that step-by-step remediation kit. Malformed data? Never heard of it. Cruising down the street with validity. Deduping my data, standardizing info. Went to a trade show to get the scoop. Now I got 1,000 leads I need to input.
Hold up. Managing data with the best in class. Got demand tools making my job so fast. Deduping, modifying, let's take a pass. I choose any object and the records to blast. Time for some change, let's do it en masse. Copy field to field or set your own value, write a formula. Have clean data coming at you, now let's roll it up. Count related objects or sum it all to fuel other projects. No need to change your Salesforce config. Demand tools cleans and gives insight you dig. Review results, see it with your own eyes. We just scratch the surface of your data joy.
Automators, mount up. Now, what good would it be if you couldn't automate your data strategy? All you gotta do is hit that schedule and find a regular interval to run your job, maybe daily. It's up to you what you wanna do. Pick the scenario that is right for you. It's that easy. Some would say peasy to manage your data with validity.
So wait. You're telling everyone they can manage dupes, mass modify and standardize data, compare external spreadsheets to Salesforce, manage lead conversions and record ownership, among a slew of other things with demand tools.
For shizzle.
Demand tools!
In all seriousness, though, Demand Tools has been nicknamed the Swiss Army knife of data management because of how flexible it is and its ability to work with any org configurations and custom objects. This is why we have over 16,000 orgs that use us to better manage their Salesforce data. So thank you for putting up with our rap skills, and be sure to catch us on the top 50 charts. Thank you.
Awesome. Wow. I love that mic drop there. It was awesome. It was nice. You know what? Demand Tools has been in the ecosystem for as long as I can remember. I've been doing, all of the contributions to customer projects and data quality, for 15 years in the services industry. Over here in the Salesforce ecosystem. And this is one tool that was supporting from the very beginning. So the fact that you are continuing to deliver features that give you the ability to deduplicate and mass correct data. There's certainly a need for tools like this in the ecosystem because people are always consistently migrating from other systems to Salesforce. And sometimes customers don't have the big tooling and databases to be able to kind of do the modifications required to fit the data into the target state data model. So thank you so much for that great interactive demo. Really love your creativity there, and best of luck. Amanda, what questions do we have out there for Demand Tools?
I don't know. I'm still dancing. That was fun. I had a good time. Yeah. All right. Question is, you didn't show this in the demo, but this person noticed that you have a Dedupe module. Can you talk a little more about that?
Oh boy, do we have a Dedupe module. Some would say it's our flagship module and a very, very important piece to any Salesforce data governance program. The way that our Dedupe module works is it's a 3-step solution. So the first step is to identify the object that you want to work with. We work with standard and custom objects, and then you set what we call a record selection criteria, which is really a fancy way to say a filter on the query of the records that we're looking at here. And you can use any field that exists on the object to figure out how you want to start to subset this, whether that's just looking at records in the billing state of Ohio or owned by this user or within this territory, anything along those lines you can use to filter the records. Now, the second step is probably the most important step. It's how we tell Demand Tools to identify a duplicate group. group. And this is where you really need to take a lot of consideration, because it's easy to look at a record with your human eyes and say, yep, that's the same record. Someone might enter in, my name is Alex. Someone else might enter it in as Alexander. Someone really lazy might enter it in as ALX. It's easy to say, yep, that's the same person, but it's not easy to tell a system that that type of nuance is the same person. So Demand Tools on step 2 comes equipped with a number of, almost a couple dozen different types of comparison types and matching engines that helps data read the same, even when it's not entered in the same. So for things like cleaning up account names and standardizing addresses and phone numbers, as well as engines like the fuzzy phonetics engine and different transposition and alphanumeric engines, we have everything that you could need to really account for any level of nuance in data. Once you're done with that, you move on to step 3, and this is where we actually do the identification of duplicates, where you can implement winner rules using kind of customized ways to say that this record always needs to be the winner if it's the most recently modified record, the oldest record, the newest record, has the most objects on it, as well as field level rules that even if a record isn't going to be the winning rule, but there's a field value that always needs to be present on that winning record, you can set those types of granular rules as well.
Great. Wow, that is quite a module.
Yeah, a very, very big flagship model. Thank you very much for showing us that module. Amanda, guess what time it is?
It's time to vote.
Yay!
All right, we are launching the poll right now. So everybody get in there and vote. If you started installing one of these apps, leave the AppExchange for a moment and jump back into Zoom so that you can vote. And then you can go back to installing, because definitely want that. Joshua, what did you think of all the apps today? We saw so many different things.
Yeah, we did. You know, the variety of all of the different features that all they have to offer. I just starting to calculate all the time savings that I can have back in my life. Like I mentioned earlier today, like in this season, we're all looking to do things faster, more efficient. We're looking to save and reduce time so we can all spend time with our families and loved ones. And I think each of the apps that we're shown today are certainly doing big contributions forward in that space to be able to, you know, not only save time, but also ensure data compliance, ensure data security, make sure developers are being proactive about the code that they put out into the world and are good humans, all of that kind of stuff. So a lot of good feels today for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the more you can automate those day-to-day processes to focus on strategy, working with your team, collaborating, going for a hike, whatever it is, the better, you know? So let the human brain do the human stuff.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
sure.
Yeah, like you know, you mentioned going hiking. I don't know. I've got to just get out of the house right now. That's my problem. You know, and I think that as time goes on, each of the partners that are here today are, you know, they all have their own feature backlogs and they continue to develop new things. And so I think, you know, one of the things that excites me about the AppExchange is this is not where it stops. These are the features that are available today. So, you know, make all your purchasing decisions based upon what's available today and what you've seen, like a safe harbor statement. But one thing that I love about the buy versus build conversation, especially when you're using an AppExchange package on the Salesforce AppExchange, is that you continue to get several features throughout the year for free. Just by subscribing or being a part of the AppExchange program with one of the partners here today. And I can't tell you how what's the word I'm looking for? How much easier it is to understand that someone else is thinking about the next data feature that I'm going to need, or thinking about the feature that Salesforce is delivering, you know, in a year from now, and how they're going to help my organization leverage that, right? I should be able to be empowered to think about what's good for my organization and, you know, the things that are unique to my organization. But adopting one of these tools is really, really, really a big and important step, but also a great added value because of the fact that you don't have to worry about that liability. I say, like, anytime you write a piece of code, it's a liability because you have to maintain it, you have to update it. And businesses change, and these apps out there are really making their apps in an agnostic way to deal with like the data and scenarios that are unique to your organization, your duplication rules, your security posture standards. All of that stuff is just going to fit like a glove. So thank you to all the AppExchange partners who did that.
Yeah, and all these AppExchange partners have great customer service too. So they're here to help customers, help trailblazers with their digital transformation and really get done what they need to get done. And speaking of done, I think we're done with this poll. We have 90% voting, which is very good. So I'm going to end this and we're going to announce the winner. Let's see here. Okay, we have a winner.
Well, you're going
All
to
right.
announce the winner. You ready?
I get to announce the winner today. I get to announce it every month, but without Jeff, I feel like I get more time. All right. The winner of today's Demo Jam is Flowsome. Congratulations, Flowsome. Wow, what a great
Flowsome.
Demo Jam today.
Yeah. Flowsome, do you want to say a little bit of an
Yeah,
acceptance speech?
where is Jason?
Oh, I'm right here. I have to do an acceptance speech.
Yeah, you do. You have 25 minutes. I'm just kidding.
All right.
You've got 2 seconds. Just be clear.
Yeah. I never thought my subpar acting would get me an award. Pass failed that class in college. So, but seriously, thank you. Flowsome's a phenomenal tool. So if you want to learn more, please book a demo with us and maybe you'll get me on the demo too.
Well, thank you. Stay tuned for a trophy arriving to your house. And we want to thank all the partners today because everybody did such a great job. Everybody is a winner. And you can get all of these apps today at appdemojam.com. And we'll also have the video replay of this Demo Jam on appdemojam.com shortly. So thank you everyone for participating, everyone for coming. And Joshua, thank you for being my host as always. You're the best.
Not a problem. No problem at all. This is just such a great experience. And what we do here for the community and the experience that we provide to all the end users about saving time and being more powerful is just melts my heart. So thank you everybody. And that's
Bye,
a wrap.
everyone.
Thank you
everyone.
Have a good
See you
one.
next
Bye-bye.
time.
Cheers.